Let's start with knowing how transactions with ordinary digital money works. You go to a store to buy a light bulb, for instance. You tap your card to pay for it. When you do that, the bank that provided that card for you checks to see if the purchase is valid, if it's you or not. Once done, the banks track the purchase as a debit to your account. The money taken out is put into the store's account from the little machine thing where you tape the card. This process happens in less than a second thanks to computers. In this example, we had the bank as a middleman in the transaction. Crypto doesn't have a middleman. Crypto is a form of digital money that isn't regulated by banks or any other third party. Yes, cryptocurrency is actual money. At least it was intended to be. So this is how a transaction would work with crypto. Now you are in El Salvador, one of the few countries that use crypto as everyday money, purchasing a slightly bigger light bulb. You'd get out your phone with your crypto in it, accessed with your keys, which I'll come back to, and tap on the little machine that accepts cryptocurrencies. Instead of validating through a bank, the transaction is validated by a series of computers called the blockchain. Okay, the computers solve a difficult puzzle to validate the transaction. Once solved, it is tracked on a block, where transactions are recorded on a blockchain. Once a block is full, a new one is created that links to the previous one, making a chain of blocks. This is blockchain. The computers that validate are often very powerful and are owned by crypto miners who get rewarded with new coins for every puzzle solved. This is called mining. So, once the blockchain has done its thing, the crypto is put into the store's account and debited from yours, and the transaction is complete. Most people don't like to use crypto as money because it is very volatile. The price of goods and services will change rapidly and unpredictably. So instead, they bet on it, trying to get rich. Why don't other currencies become so volatile? Because of the central banks regulating everything. Here's how it works. Central banks set the interest rate, so if things get out of hand in the forex market, they bring the rate down to discourage trade, since there'll be less returns. Cryptocurrency doesn't have a central bank to adjust interest rates, so its value fluctuates uncontrollably. Crypto is all stored in the blockchain. You typically purchase it through a brokerage app or a centralized exchange with money from your digital wallet. When you buy it, it stays in the blockchain, but you have access to it with your private key. You transfer your coins with your public key. The private key is your wallet's password, so you keep it to yourself like your bank account's password. Public keys is your wallet's address, like your bank account number. This needs to be shared so people can send and receive money from you. These keys are stored in your wallet. There are hot wallets and cold wallets. Hot wallets are stored online, while cold wallets are stored offline, like on a hard drive. Some apps that allow for you to purchase and own crypto keep the private key. This is often the default for most people when they sign up, and is typical for trading but gives less access to your coins, while others give you both the private and public key.